I don't want to do this.
How do y'all feel about it? Like,
I'm not interested.
oh,
Why?
There's not a lot that I wouldn't do on the first date. I don't remember you going to the
I
bathroom.
was about to wash my hands.
hold on,
Wait a
wait.
minute, weren't you the last
You
one to
were
show
late.
up?
You were the last one there.
Yeah, this is clear. Welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, where we have an open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to the LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney.
And I'm Devin.
Tay.
And I'm Solomon.
And we are about to start this good show. So, Solomon, how was your week?
Actually, it's been a really good week. Started off with a migraine, but that passed. And yeah, I really nothing to complain about. It's actually been a really good week.
Oh, okay. Devin, how was your week?
I had a good week. It's been a really good week so far. A lot of whatever.
You know, Rodney.
Oh, well.
Just it's been a really good week, but just a lot of like things that I've been wanting to do, like get some planning done, and things are just looking good. Stop.
just drag it on a little bit because he just wants
That's
to talk about
it.
his
That's
week.
it. But a good week. Y'all know it's been a good week.
We know you had a good week. Say, how was your week?
My week has been great. I'm engaged.
Yes, and
Oh,
congratulations.
congratulations! Show the ring, show the ring.
I was waiting
You
for
had
you to
your
say
ring.
No.
Oh.
No, because I proposed to him.
Yes.
That don't mean you don't get no ring?
No.
If
No,
you
but,
were
I mean,
there,
it wasn't planned.
If you were there, then you would have seen how it went down. I was there, and it was beautiful.
Oh, where you didn't mention that. So what else are you leaving
It
out?
was beautiful.
No, but it was great.
Most weeks are real.
No, it was a really good week though. Really nice party. I ended up proposing, and which was different because I wouldn't want to expect him to actually be the one to propose, but it kind of just happened.
So I thought you supposed to have a ring too.
Not if it's unexpected.
So, like, think about even a heterosexual proposal. If a guy proposes to a woman,
He already has the band and she has the diamond. That's
Not
how,
at a
That's how my
proposal?
family do it. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
so does your family
So
like?
just like my brother proposed to his wife, right? He got hers ringside. He got his thing to match. The engagement.
So he bought 2 rings at one time.
Yeah.
And said, okay.
I never seen a one ring
really?
situation. So where you know what I'm saying? Like
So the
you
other
can
one-
say you engaged your partner, like, well, bitch ain't got no ring. You know what I'm saying? Like does that not make sense?
The other one doesn't get the ring until it's. I mean, I guess everybody obviously does
It's
it
different. I guess it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, but I would prefer it. Like, go ahead and like both of us don't need the rings because I've seen so many couples, especially gay men, and I'm like, oh, y'all are married, congratulations, and they're like, oh, we're not married, and I'm like, well, why are y'all both wearing rings? Like, what? I mean,
They
to
can
each
say
his
we
own.
engaged. What's the difference?
To each his own. Yeah.
Okay.
I want a ring.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Tay.
me too.
Thank
Yes,
you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, but congratulations to you, sweetheart.
Thank
You
you.
look so
Appreciate it.
beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
glowing.
Got your
right.
thighs out. Hey, with yours way up there. Do your finger test, Tay. Oh, well, you guys, I was shaving my body for a pool party this coming up weekend. And, when I shaved under my arms, I guess I did something wrong. I know it's a little hair bump. They got about the size of like this.
Oh,
That's
my
big.
God.
So I had to go get surgery under my arm.
Well, for future references, we can go get waxes together because if you get waxes and it prevents all that.
Does it?
Yeah, it's
So-
just safer.
So if the audience sees something right here, there's nothing wrong with me. It's gauze. They're going to say, what the hell happened? It's popped. It's really gone down. But yeah, this is gauze. But that's all I have, you guys.
But are you feeling better? You're looking good. Are you
No
feeling a little
pool
bit
party
better?
for me. I'm really disappointed.
Oh
so,
my God, that's okay. We'll do something else.
Yeah,
We'll do something
I want
else.
to be out.
We can sit by the pool and look cute.
Girl, I'm not wearing this.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I wouldn't want you wearing that next to me either. So now this portion of our show, we're going to go ahead and highlight a business. This business is fairly new to Georgia. I think it's been here maybe about a little over a year because I think they founded in about 2021. But we want to give a huge shout out to the new Black Wall Street. It's located in Stonecrest, Georgia, and it's a venue pretty much like a mall, but they have like food, they have art, they have entertainment. A good friend of mine bought this painting from there that was phenomenal. It was like the best I'd ever seen. And again, everything is black owned. So literally everything you do there is black owned. The history there that you'll get, everything is amazing. So again, that's the new Black Wall Street. So we want to just highlight them and shout them out. It's very much so a hidden gem in Georgia. So when y'all get a chance, definitely check it out.
So I have a question. This is not a dig. Black Wall Street back in the day was like selling and trading. So why is this called Black Wall Street?
For one, I wasn't back in the day, so I had no idea
Wait, am I
that
wrong?
they were selling and trading. I think you're thinking Wall Street, like the
Yeah.
business professional, like Wall Street. I believe that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm not the founder of the Black Wall Street, so I don't really know.
He didn't give you the information.
However, if I had to guess and kind of put the facts together, when you think about Wall Street, you think about like money making tycoons, you think about like a lot of white professionals historically. But in this case, this is the Black Wall Street, so I'm thinking that they're calling it the new Black Wall Street because literally everything there is black owned, everything's thriving, like it's all our business, from the food to the art to the entertainment to like everything that happens there is like everything's black, everything's professional. So in my opinion, that's why they chose that. But again, I didn't found either, so I can't confirm.
You might be a good PR because you showed it, switched it around, blah, blah, blah. Well, he did that. What you not going to do is catch me up. I'm going to sell this guy. I'm going to sell this guy, damn it.
You're welcome, the new Black Wall Street.
You sure did that.
You put a lot of work in that thing.
All right. So with Pillow Talk today, I decided to switch it up a little bit and have a little fun. I really love to learn more about us. So I said, why don't we play a little short game of Never Have I Ever?
Oh, God.
Jesus.
And I just let y'all know I play to get the tea and to win.
Oh, you good. I got it.
Messy. This side is messy. So what's the rules?
Okay, so we...
You kind of low. Yeah.
All right,
the
so
case.
since this is going to be a short game, we're going to use 5 fingers instead of
Okay.
10. And... Solomon, you ready? All right, so I guess I'll start it off.
So we put a finger down.
If you did it.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Never have I ever had sex in a vehicle.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I got the rules.
All right, Rodney.
Never have I ever had sex with a friend of a friend that was a couple.
Wait, what? Wait, say that again?
Who put their finger? Ow!
Oh my God.
You're sorry, you could not have done it though.
Hold on, I'm going back in my memory bank.
That's why I hate this game.
Never have I ever swallowed.
Oh, I haven't.
Ever?
Two?
I know it's 1. I only have that 1.
Y'all, none of y'all have.
No,
ever
I don't.
swallowed? None of y'all have. Ever?
It tastes like Pyrex to me, so I would never.
Who? Never mind.
I'm just. It might be something wrong with him, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
because it should not taste like Pyrex.
Oh, you
This
did.
don't taste right.
Okay. Never have I ever had sex with someone to get back at somebody.
Oh well, shit, bitch.
Oh my God.
Well,
Y'all did it?
don't judge.
I didn't.
Yes.
I mean, I've never done that.
I've never done that.
I've never
really.
done that. It's back on you,
Sex is
Tay.
the best
Okay. Never have I ever hooked up with someone the first night I met them.
Wait, you
Somebody
haven't?
lying.
Never done
I can't do that.
Like ever in your life?
No, not like when I first meet them. No.
I'm gonna get him back. Watch this. Never have I ever got a gay suit who person was my roommate.
To a ooh.
Wait,
Wait,
say
what?
that again?
Never ever got a gay suit person who was once living with me.
Oh, engaged.
Engaged too.
You're so childish.
Let's see. Never have I ever had public sex.
Oh no, I don't do that.
What's the definition?
Oh my God.
Damn it, Devin.
Because you said a car, so that's like, is that public? Like, what's public?
No, that's
Like outdoors.
outdoors. Anything outdoors.
Like
No-
a playground?
Yeah. You're out.
Devin's out.
Devin is out.
What you mean like a playground?
Because what's the
Girl,
difference?
I would say no
between-
more. And I tell you why. I would say no more.
I guess never have I ever been to a sex party. Thank you.
Never have I ever had a freak Twitter.
My Twitter's not freak Twitter.
That's not what I was.
Why are you trying to
I was about to say, was that
Okay, what?
I'm gonna do my research.
I'm like, do you have a freak Twitter?
No.
Never had one back in the day. Never had.
Maybe
something that
back in the day.
So thank you. So put your finger down.
That counts. So have you been cheating the whole game?
No, actually. no,
Okay.
but- so yeah.
I do my research on the girls.
Because I was gonna say he never brought that to the table with the group, so you had to know that.
I mean, that was like years
A
ago.
Oh, we gotta
long,
talk about
long
that.
time ago.
We gotta talk about that.
Probably about 5 years ago. Not too long.
Let's see. I'm horrible. At
Wait,
this
you
game.
put your finger down for fake Twitter?
No.
Oh, I ain't
He
been
has one
watching
more
you.
left.
We tied. Okay.
And you got two.
Let's see. I'm horrible at this game.
Me too. That's like.
Have you done everything?
No. Let's tie it in. Never have I ever had sex in church.
Oh heck no. No, I'm a Christian man.
Okay.
not even in the parking lot.
Not even thought about it.
Let me just go ahead
Well, I
and end the
can't.
game.
No,
Never have I ever cheated.
Wait, what defense?
No, no.
I'm gonna define
It's
cheating.
cheating.
No.
Okay.
Just put that
Cheating is
finger down.
cheating.
Okay.
So Tay, you won this round. I think that's why you made us play.
So that was Pillow Talk with Tay for today.
But if you want to see who lost first, you have to watch it on YouTube.
So today on today's Menage a Trois, let he who is without sin. So today we are going to talk about the controversial topic of church hurt.
Oh Lord.
And I
Jesus.
know some of you wanted to talk about this, bring this to the table. And so my history in the church has been pretty decent, so to speak. I haven't, or at least not to my recollection, sat in the pews and heard sermons about fire and brimstone for the LGBT community. And my relationship in the church has been mostly positive. Like, I remember one of the church mothers calling me up one day after checking on me, and she was just like, "Hey, how you doing? Just want to see how you're doing, and are you dating?" And I was like, "No." And then she was like, "Are you interested in anybody?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she was like, "Well, is it a guy or a girl?" And I was like, well, that remains to be seen." And she was like, "Well, whoever it is, I love you anyway." And I hope. And I was like,
That was sweet.
that
She'll basically say, "Come out, baby."
basically,
right.
The whole church
basically.
talking about you, but I'm trying to be nice.
You always got to take it to the next level.
Okay.
And you're probably right.
But that's the truth.
The church is talking.
And at the same time, I've had so many friends and I've worked with so many people who talk about how alienated they feel in religion. And so what are your experiences in the church, and specifically, what are your experiences in the black church?
I would say there's a reason why I want to make this a main topic. During Pride Month was a lot of reasons. I come from the same background as you. I was Southern Baptist, so
I wasn't
church.
Southern Baptist.
Oh, well, I was Southern Baptist. We're the best. So coming from like a congregation where, the pastor come over your house and, they go see the sick and shut in and don't see the other people. It's really the pastor coming to see you. I come from that type of church.
Old school church.
Old
basically,
school church. Like how I got over, not this Tasha Cobbs, not this other stuff. We had the real church.
No offense to the Tasha Cobbs, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had
old
that-
school church.
Yeah, old school church. And the reason why I know a lot of people feel conflicted in their spirit when it comes to the gospel, Christianity, and with Jesus. And the reason why, and my pastor has preached about homosexuality just like he preached about every other sin. But the reason why I don't get offended is because I know God loves me, and I'm a living, walking testimony of that. I should not be here, and if it don't hurt, it don't fit. Like in the day, like God would not have blessed me like He has done if I was truly living a sinful life. And I feel like you have to know God for yourself. It's good to go to church. It's good to, be in the choir and be in all these ministry in the gospel. But you need to know God for yourself. You need to learn the word for yourself. You need to read the Bible and learn it and then have your own understanding. That's even in the Bible. Like, you need to know the God lives within you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So for people out here who are like just devastated and they turned their back on God because of what a man said, you are crazy to me. Because it's no reason to explain like how you don't know God. It's like you stop believing God because of what somebody said in the pew.
Right. Okay. I would say that I definitely agree with that. Like, it has to be personal, especially because not even with your journey of being gay or being whatever, but it just has to be personal with God, period. Like, like growing up in church for me was like, it was amazing. Like, I was in the choir, I was on the dance team, like, and I felt like I was doing like God's will, you know what I mean? Like, I felt comfortable, like all of that. I got to know God for myself, and that was amazing at such a young age. But then I remember like my first time like hearing a prophecy and seeing like God speak and like realizing that I struggle with liking guys. And I don't say gay because I didn't feel like I was gay. I felt like, oh, this guy's cute, but I have girlfriends. Like I'm not gay, but I do feel like this guy is cute, So then I just remember like being scared to go to church because I'm like, I don't want like the prophecy to be like someone in here is a homosexual, come up here and get delivered, like all of that. So for a long period of time, like I remember I didn't want to go to Bible study, like I didn't want to go to church, like I just was in a place of like, God, I love you so much, but I'm scared. Like I'm scared that like my truth is gonna be like, called out, and then I'm gonna be looked at different, or I'm gonna be looked at as like, I don't love you the same, so on and so forth. So I think, I had to get over that. I don't remember how I got over it, but I do remember there being a reconnection with God to where it's like, okay, I'm laying it on the table with you, God, this is who I am and this is where I'm at. But I still love you the same, and I still want to serve for you in church. I still want to be a son of God. I still want to be a man of God, but this is how I feel and this is who I like. And I tell people all the time, like me choosing to date guys is a choice, obviously. But me choosing to like guys is not a choice. Like, even if I don't date for months on and months out, I'm still attracted to guys. Like, that's who I like. But going back to sticking to the church, it's just important of having a relationship with God for yourself. And I still feel the same that I felt when I was in church, on the choir, on the dance team, and serving in the church in multiple capacities. I still feel the same way to where God is ahead of my life. Like, yes, I cuss. Yes, I do drink, but God is ahead of my life. Mm-hmm. Like, those that know me closely know that I'm always referencing God. When something good happens for me, I'm referencing God. Lately, like, I've gone through something so traumatic and I've had to put my complete trust in God. So it's just like, I'm still, that person when it comes to God because I have that relationship. So, to everybody out there that kind of struggles with it, just know that God is still the same God that still created you. You're still his child. And you have to realize that regardless of what other people say.
Amen.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I grew up in church as well. So, like I say, my hometown is like super, super small. So it's very, judgmental. So I'm going to church and stuff as a kid growing up. And it's like, people would judge me or make assumption of me before I even knew who I was, Mm-hmm. So going to church and stuff, after a while, I kind of just didn't really care to go because it was just like you have people looking at you or, making comments and stuff. And, my mom used to tell me all the time, she'd be like, she would have to pull people aside and be like, hey, you don't know my son. You don't know what he's going through or whatever. And for me, it just made me feel like very uncomfortable. And I stopped going to church for a long time. I actually didn't start going back to church until I moved here. My best friend here took me to church, and it was a struggle trying to get me to go. But I went, and I saw something different, and it kind of made me more comfortable. And I'm gonna say this, because I do hear a lot of negative things when it comes to the church and everything. But for me, I have absolutely nothing negative to say about the church or the pastor or anything. And not only because the pastor is gay, but it's just the environment. And when you walk in there, you can totally be yourself and be comfortable.
Talking about Vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I do go to Vision. And, you know, even though, you know, like I said, the pastor is gay, like it's a lot of heterosexual people that still go there and stuff, and you can feel as comfortable as you are. And, you know, you don't have to worry about people saying, oh, his pants is too tight, or, you know, look what he's wearing. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that. And you can go there, get the word, and, you know, go about your day. And for a long time, I didn't have that. Like, the pastor back home would say things like would really make people uncomfortable, like, oh, you know, being gay is abomination, it's a sin and stuff. And it just like, who wants to go and like sit and listen to that? Regardless of, I didn't know who I was at the time, but it's just the fact that I'm figuring myself out. And if that's who I turned out to be, then I already can understand that it's not accepted here. So I shut out for a minute. But as far as God, I've never shut God out. I just had to cut the church off. This is that.
Well, let me say this. Thank y'all for sharing y'all truth. That was so beautiful. Like, I think it's really helped someone. And in the day, don't do something you're not comfortable with doing. And I feel like if you are comfortable with your, whatever that is for you, whether it be you or being gay, you're comfortable. Mm-hmm. So can't nobody make you feel uncomfortable if you're not secure in who you are. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude about it, but this is how I feel. Yeah. Now, and also when it comes to a church, I don't care if you gay, I don't care if you are hoeing every night, having sex, sinning. God is a God of love. And now these churches got so worldly, they want to like cash you out or like turn that back and like rescind your letter. Like, you are not God. I would never. I see so many things like that when you're not paying your tithes, we kicking you out. God's a God of love. So when you go back and read your Bible, he hung around the sinners. He didn't hang around perfect patties.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
And I just heard, I was listening to T.D. Jake's sermon earlier, and that's what he was saying. He's like, the church is so quick to, and I'm not saying that being gay is being a sinner. I'm not saying that at all. But the church is so quick to say or to shun and be like, no, we don't do this. We're not going to be around. We're not going to be around. But God was among the sinners. How do you expect people to really get to the place you are in God if you don't make them feel comfortable enough, allow them to experience God's love, and like really be a representation of who God is? You know what I mean? Because maybe they've never had a representation of who God is. So if their representation is supposed to be you, and you talking about then it's like, well, who do they go to? Who does anybody go to? If the church is not there, then who do people go to? And I think that's where a lot of people, like, you're dropping the ball, because if you're this spiritual person and God has really sent you to use you, let God use you for what the people need. And the people need God's love, the education, the acceptance. Like, that's what they need. Lead them to God and let God do the rest.
So I want to piggyback off of that because, Rodney, you were saying that your relationship with God has to be personal. And I agree 100%. But I also understand that when you are coming up, especially in a religion or in spirituality, that the people around you are also personal. And so, like, your mother and your father created you. And so this is your first, just like Devin was saying, this is your first representation of God. And so if the pastor is speaking negatively about you and then your parents are co-signing, then that is reinforcing the building the wall. I'm going to close myself off from the world. I'm not going to be as authentic. I'm not going to be as open as I could be. And so I can see how an individual will have a personal relationship with God, but also struggle with their earthly representation of God being against them.
But at the end of the day, I truly feel like if you read the Bible for yourself and you learn God for yourself, can anyone, no matter your father, your mother, God can take them away. You know, God can take your family away, only leave you. You know, it's so many examples in the Bible where God took the wife away, took the kids away from him, took his land, took everything. He let the devil do everything to him.
And Job lost
And God
everything.
wanted to see, was his fate going to be the same? So don't put your trust in no pastor, your mama, your dad. They ain't trying to be rude, because once they gone, you're not going to believe in God anymore.
But, and that just goes back to like building it for yourself. Like
You need to know it
get
for
both
yourself.
points, because to your point, yeah, like if pastor's saying this and my parents are saying this, forget pastor. Like I want to make my parents proud, even at this age. Like I want to make my mom proud, like of everything I do. Like I don't think I'll ever stop feeling that way. But I've come to a point where this is who I am, and thank God that she's very supportive of me. But if she was not, then it'd be like, hey, this is who I am, and it's between me and God. And mom, I unfortunately, this is what it is. But thankfully, I'm not in that situation.
And also think about the stage of life that you're in. You're an adult, you're independent. And I'm thinking about the 5-year-old, the 6-year-old, the 10-year-old, the 15-year-old who is completely dependent on a parent who supports them and takes care of them and provides for them, just like a God would.
Right.
And so now you have this struggle. Like I want to make this person proud, but at the same time, like this is who I am. Mm-hmm. And so although I get it and I agree that it is a personal relationship, and yet still there is another personal relationship that is going on in which there can be a struggle.
So what is your advice to that 13, 14, 15-year-old who's in that position of like dad and mom and pastor are saying this, but I feel this? What is your advice to that person?
So I don't have advice, but I will say this. Read and study. And it doesn't just have to be about your religion. It doesn't have to be about your spirituality. There are hundreds of religions, and spirituality is so broad. Like I studied African tradition. I've studied African religion. I studied Buddhism. I even converted to Buddhism in like 2016, 17. And that was an amazing experience for me. And having that knowledge from those different backgrounds, I was able to see that it's not just about God, it's about your ancestors, it's about your community, it's about how you treat the environment. There's a lot involved. Mm-hmm. And so I wasn't limited to people's small experiences or small expectations.
Got you. So if you're already thinking above where everybody else is and their opinions of things don't really matter as much.
Don't faze me.
Right. That makes sense.
That
was advice, though, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
but that was
advice. I was saying for me. For me. That's why I was like, for me.
Yeah, he did put emphasis on that. It's just really sad where you could be broken and, at your ends with, and you go, it's going to make emotional. And you go to church where you are told where you need to go and where you get healed, you get love and healing, and because you're gay or whatever that is, but we focus on gay people, so let me go back on topic. Just because you're gay, you get turned around. Mm-hmm. That's not God. And if you go to church like that, leave that church alone. Yeah. Because if a church not accepting of whatever walks of life you in, and they feel like it's wrong, that's their own business, but they're supposed to love on you. Mm-hmm. And I think, and I have never imagined that, so I guess I'm being biased, but I cannot imagine going to a church and then turning me around because I'm gay. Yeah. Like that I'm like really, I'm hurting, I'm broken. You preach all this stuff about coming to the church, come around godly people, and then I come to you for help about something totally different, but you focus on me being gay. Right. But something totally different, and you don't want to help me. Right. I'm not good enough to sit beside you. Like, that's a horrible, horrible feeling, and you're going to burn in hell. And I cannot wait till God come back and tell you that. Like, I believe
I can't say if they'll burn in hell, but
they're going to burn in hell.
Have you had one of those experiences, Rodney?
No, because it just infuriates me. Like, I just can't imagine. Like, I have seen so many people walk in broken in my church.
And lost, afraid,
and scared. So above the gay stuff, just mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and you turn somebody around because of who they choose to lay with, which is none of your business.
Yeah, God's not pleased. Like I said, you said they're going to hell.
Going to hell.
But I know God's not pleased because God is love. God is love. God is truth. And a lot of people just want to say, well, we want the Lord's will to be done. Lord's will to be done. That's fine. Like, I come from like a really small town, and like it's either everybody's like really churchy and you're in church and everybody knows that you're in church, that you're singing, that you're preaching, that you're this and you're that, or you're the opposite. And that's the two categories. And it's like, for one, there shouldn't be a category. And for two, no matter how holy you profess to be, if you're still being away towards God's people, no matter what they're doing that you don't believe in, these are still God's people that you're treating away. So it's like, if you're not doing what God wants you to do by his people, then all this holiness is down the drain because you are not being true to who God called you to be.
The devil know the Bible too. Put that out there.
And the devil knows the Bible.
Sure do, and they could be the devil.
They could lie.
Just let you know. Don't y'all let the Christian folks fool you, acting like they just so holy and thou. My grandma said, he said, look up person go to church every Sunday, know the word back and forth, and they make it into heaven.
Yeah.
And a man who look down upon will be the first one to go. They go be like this.
Exactly. I agree.
I'm just being honest. Like, Tay, how do you feel? You kind of quiet.
I mean, for this, like I said, it's a touchy subject because, like I said,
that's why I want to hear from you, because I feel like it hurts you, so I want to know.
It does, but I mean, I feel like I'm grown now, so I handle it differently now. Like, being little and stuff, you don't really have the understanding that you have now. So when people act a certain way towards you and stuff like that, it don't really, you know what I'm saying, it don't register you why or whatever. But when you get older and you sit back and you think about it, or you watch someone else experience it, you know, it makes you think back like, okay, wow, like, I didn't even see it this way, or, you know, this how this person, this how this person, you know, treated me. So for me, I try to always encourage people that, you know, you don't have to stray away from the church because of how someone makes you feel, because at the end of the day, you're going there to, you know, to worship the Lord and, you know, to get your praise. And at the end of the day, you know, church is for people to go in there and be able to be comfortable, feel it's a safe place, supposed to be a safe place. Let me say that. And like, if you can't go there and you can't just sit there and get your word without worry about what the next person is saying about you, then maybe that's just not the church for you. But that don't mean just stray away from church. Just find a church that, you know, that works for you, that's more comfortable for you. And I had to learn that because I kind of, you know, like hated myself for a while because I love church. So when I stopped going to church, like, it really bothered me because, like, that was my Sunday thing. I never worked on Sundays because I always went to church. So it's just like, I hear people say they're going to church, and I just be like, oh, okay, well, y'all have fun.
And that's sad because imagine
That's
how many other
sad.
people
That's what I'm
are
saying.
feeling like that.
Yeah, so I just, you know, like I said, now I'm just, you know, I'm older. My understanding and stuff is completely different. And then I just have I don't give a fuck attitude. So
Yeah, I was
with
going to
that
say
being
there's
said,
confidence.
Yeah,
have a
I don't
factor.
really care.
Probably
like,
for all of us, I would think that confidence.
What would you tell somebody who was once your age? What would you tell them, like, keep the faith and keep moving on?
So I would say that for someone that age, that you don't have to trust the people at church, but all you have to do is trust God, because at the end of the day, everything that we do through Him. You know, like, everything I do, for sure, I do through God. Like, I wake up in the morning, it's Him. Like, I just believe that because I have literally have been through some things in life that I never expected even to survive. And I know that I have because of God. And I always, even when I'm in a worse situation, I always trust in Him. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to God, and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to let it go. Because, you know, you have those people who give it to God and then they take it back, and then you wonder why it didn't work out. And, like, I was one of those people for a long time. And I had to understand, like, once you give it to Him, you have to leave it with Him. And, you know, I just feel like with people, like with a lot of us or whatever, we try to fix things ourselves, and sometimes we can't. We just have to allow Him to fix it. And, you know, I had to, you know, my fiance is not a church person at all. And, you know, I started bringing him to church, and, you know, he fell in love with church, but he used to always blame God for a lot of things that happened to him. And I had to make him understand, like, it's okay to be upset with God or whatever if things don't go your way or something, you know, goes wrong or whatever. But at the same time, you have to think about all the good things that have happened to you because they're because of Him as well.
Yes, I just told my sister the same thing.
Yeah, so I just, you know, I had to get him into that point. So now it's like, you know, when something happens, whether it's good or bad, whatever, he always, like, I hear him say, like, I'm just going to trust in God or whatever, which is crazy because it took, like, damn near a whole village to get him to go to church.
Oh, that has to feel good though, to hear him, say that, to feel that he has, faith in God.
Yeah, like he, sometimes, child, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be lazy on Sundays and I don't want to get up and go to church. He like, come on, baby, we're going to church. And I just be like, okay, I'm not going to stop you from going to church. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to go, because at one point I couldn't even get him to go. Right. So I love that his relationship with God has changed. And I love that, I was able to play a part in that to get him to have a closer relationship with God, because it was not there in the beginning, like at all.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's so beautiful, Tay. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, exactly.
Looks like a counselor. Church hurt session. For sharing.
Right.
I want to say something, Jordan, but I didn't want to cut you off. You doing? I like what you were saying. The fact that just like God blesses you, God tests you again, Job.
Yeah.
Something we wonder why we are going through things, and we be like, God, why me? And why not you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not you? If you have been showing people that how I can be loving and blessing, I need to show them that I can put you through the mud and you to come out as clean as a whistle.
Right.
And, and I had to learn that too, Tay. I used to pray things and it didn't go my way. I pray again.
Right.
And the guy say, I heard you the first damn time.
Right.
That's how we talk. So
right. Exactly.
We get mad at that. That's how we talk.
Right.
But God be like, I told your ass. I got you, right? And he like, did I get you through this? And I'm like, you right.
Right.
Did I get you this?
Right.
You right.
Oh my God.
Did I get you this too?
So right.
And I'm like, you right. So he said, shut the hell up, stop calling me.
Exactly.
Pray about something new. I don't want to hear this prayer no more.
Right.
And so I learned and I tell people, when you pray for something, you need to believe in what you pray and let it be.
And a lot of times, like, you're going through something for the faith test. Not to be like, oh, how much faith do you have in me? But are you going to believe me, and are you going to let me use you? Are you gonna let me let you go through these things and bring you out of it, and then you tell people it was me that brought you out? Is that how you're gonna do it?
Right.
And if you are, every time you let me take you through, I'm gonna give you better than the situation you were in, before you went through. So I completely agree with that.
I'm about to share something. I would never share this. So y'all, I told y'all I was trying to keep up with the Joneses when I moved to Atlanta. So So I was at a bank. They let me go way in the negatives. Okay.
Way?
No, at least $1,800.
That's way.
That's way.
In the negatives, and I was on the verge of losing my place. I lost my car. Now God took my car. And it's okay. I got a new car.
Right.
I said, Lord, I'm gonna be homeless, Jesus. And a loan came through. Wow. And I got a new paying better job. Again, I was making $27,000, got increased to $48,000, and got approved for a loan. So I just want to encourage people, they're about to throw me out. I had court probably next week. And that lady did her best. She was trying to let me hold on. She's like, because I know you young, I know you just moved here, and I'm trying to keep them up, baby. It's going on almost 3 months. And I'm like, girl, what you gonna do?
Right.
They done took my car. Yeah, I was broken, okay? I was broken. And every time I go through something, not even that as deep, but I feel like it's the worst ever. I remember how God brought me through that.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? At the last minute, he can bring you out of something. You be like, you know what?
And he will do it in his timing. It's not only that he can, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
Timing, it's his timing though.
Right, you cannot rush him because he's gonna do what he wants to. I was calling my friends,
but I had 3 people said yes to move in on their couch, and y'all know who y'all are, and I appreciate you. I had to move
Shout out to them 3.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
I had to move on one of their couches though, cause I did something else crazy. But I will always love that friend because it was good to know. I got my car back. I lost my place.
And God used them, and your friend allowed God to use them.
Yes,
and that's another thing. We're gonna move on pretty soon, I'm sure. But people don't realize when God has put them in a position to be a blessing to somebody else, and this is a test for you. Are you gonna bless them or not bless them? And it's you can pass the test or not. And that doesn't mean because you're able to help someone, whether we're talking, you have an extra room or you got extra finance, whatever. It's not saying because you have extra, you're obligated, because that's never the case. However, God does position you sometimes to be a blessing. And I feel when we don't do that, we're really failing the test, because like he's saying, okay, I'm gonna let you be the conduit or be the resource this time, or be the love this time, or be the peace this time, and sometimes we just don't do it.
And it's, are you who you say you are?
Oh,
Right.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we show up in each other's lives as friends, and hey, I got you, I got your back, da da da. But then when shit actually happens,
Right.
then
When shit really hits the fan.
yeah,
I'm that friend you get one time. My grandma always say, don't hurt yourself trying to help somebody else, child.
Okay.
So I get you probably 1, 2, 3. But like, I don't need you to come
As long as I don't have to miss any
Don't
sleep,
be-
whatever you need.
Don't
I
be
got
that
you.
friend talking about, oh, Rodney got me here.
no. But I'm just talking about you
No,
know
but
when your friends.
But versus you living, so being homeless versus me give you money, you could always sleep on my couch, child.
Yeah.
I give you 4 months.
I mean, that's a long time.
I give you
a
4
long
months.
That's a
Like
long
I'm just
time
saying.
for somebody to be sleeping on
I
your
mean, because
couch.
I'm not gonna have any of my. If I call you my friend, I would never let you sleep on your car,
Right,
Or be
right.
homeless. Like that's ludicrous to me. Like
Yeah.
I know you working, you hit something bad, you ain't going out. We gonna get a budget, a financial plan.
Thank you. As long
and
as
we're
you
gonna-
have a plan.
Right.
we're gonna get you back on track.
There has to
Sally.
be some type of plan, because
But you ain't gonna be talking about, oh girl, we going buying bottles, and on the 4th month, be like, girl, it's time to go.
That
You
part.
signed this paper, sweetie.
But in 4 months.
4 months, you got to go. That's what my friend told me. Saying, now look, you in a rock bottom place, ain't no judgment. Friend said, now look, I ain't gonna do your money, but I'm gonna watch you. Now, if I see you doing this, I ain't gonna send your status because you need to stay, because you know you live
Nah, I'm not
large.
gonna extend your stay.
Yeah, because he said that. He said, I wouldn't stand if I see you trying. He said, if I see you being
Right.
reckless and just
Which
doing
makes
whatever.
sense, and that's a
Yeah.
good friend,
Yeah.
because that's somebody that's like, I got you, but I'm not gonna enable you.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, show me that
Yes.
you fell on hard times, you need a place to stay, whatever, but you have a plan to
Right.
recuperate, get it together. That doesn't entail bulldogs every night. Like,
Your bulldogs are cheap. Some people hate buying Gucci still.
You know what?
And sleep on somebody's
I
couch.
went to Bulldogs for the first time. We went to Bulldogs for the first time, and I haven't been in like.
Did you?
He was cutting
You
up
open
with, like he
that
was cutting
door. You
up
open that door, right?
with my mom. Like he was cutting up with my
I
mom on
love your
that. So
mom.
like, oh my
Yeah, I love your
lord,
mom.
my
She
mom
was such a
went.
good time. I feel like our moms would get along.
Wait, your mom
great.
went to
My
Bulldogs?
My mom
probably
went to
gonna hang out
Bulldog. She was on the dance floor. She had a stud come up behind her, dance on her. My mom was.
She
over
was
it,
cute. She was cute. His mom is cute. She's cute.
She was just
What
like,
she said to the
you know, it's her
stud.
first experience and stuff like that. She was, I think mom was kind of lit, so it really wasn't like, cause she kept dancing. Child.
That was her first
I was just
experience?
Like, yeah, I was
She
just
fit
like,
right in with the girls. I was like, okay, mom.
oh my god.
But
So,
to reel it back in.
so before we move on, I just want to ask this question. So do y'all believe that God uses you to help other people?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I asked that because I was having a conversation the other day, and like someone that's really close to me, like has been in a relationship for a while, and when they got in this relationship, like they kind of help, mold the person they were with and help them build a relationship with God and everything. And then now it's just like kind of like the relationship has kind of ended or whatever. And like I told them, I was just like, well, maybe God uses you to help him get closer to him. It may not have been like that forever love. It could have just been for that. Not saying that is what it is, but it's
Some
a
people for
possibility.
seasons.
Right. It could have just been that God knew that he needed someone who was so strong-minded and so close to him to get him to open up to him, because this person didn't have a relationship with God. He believed in everything else but God. Like he had a whole bunch of other beliefs. But when they got together, he started going to church with her and everything. And, his beliefs and stuff is God. So everything, he does and not, he trusts in God. He believes in God. But, like I said, not a relationship is not there anymore. And like I had to explain, I said, well, maybe that's just what you were there for. Maybe it wasn't meant for you guys to be, but maybe you just were there to help him become the person that God has wanted him to become.
Right, exactly.
And also, God is a jealous God, people.
That too.
And let me set that out there. God is just that person that you love oh so much. And you forgot about God, and God will get you your man, your job, whatever that looks like for you, your car. And once they're
Your
gone,
weed.
whatever that is, child.
Yo, what?
Your weed. A lot of people like put weed before everything. Like,
Yeah, they
before
do. I
God.
know somebody
So
who-
in a sense of
yeah.
don't make this your vice. I was just throwing things in.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, God will really remove people. And I'm trying to tell
Definitely.
people, don't love people more than you love
You
God.
never.
That marriage, You know, sometimes it can be your kids. I seen God take people's kids away,
Man,
which is
you're not
unfortunate.
lying.
And I would also say, like, if your focus is on God and you are doing what you're supposed to do, other people will see that light and they will try to reap the rewards of that light without doing the work.
Very true.
And that could be like, I am intentional when I'm meeting people. Sometimes I'm a little reckless, but then there are times when I'm like, listen, I'm really focused right now. If you are not about the work, this is not the path for you.
Right.
Amen. Right. And I like this question. So I see number 2. We kind of did number 3 already.
We really did 1, 2, and 3.
We did 2. What a God.
And A and B. 1 A and 1 B.
What place does God hold in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We
We
did.
talked about that.
Oh, okay.
We probably need to
Reiterate.
go on. I was going to say go on to the next.
I'll go on to the
segment.
next.
Yeah, let's go to the next.
Okay.
Warren,
Well,
what we looking like? We can.
Because we definitely have to this letter.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we go on to the next then. Okay. Who put that there?
It was an accident, but isn't it cute?
You're so cute.
Yeah, I tried to get rid of it, but it wouldn't go. Hello, Open Relationship Podcast. I'm sorry. So let me restart. I'm going to restart. I was going right into the next segment, but I'm going to remind you guys, and for our new viewers, this is the segment that we call Left on Red, where we always read a letter or maybe a DM that was sent to us from one of our viewers, or just somebody, you know, that just has something they want to get off of their chest. So this one reads, Hello, Open Relationship Podcast. I've been struggling with this secret for some time now, and I just need to tell someone because I'm literally about to lose my mind. I had sex with my sister's husband, and I am now pregnant by him. I am unsure how to tell my sister. I really don't know what to do. Please help me fix a very big mistake. Anonymous.
Before any of y'all say anything, I want you to remember about your conversation about God.
An open, safe space.
And God don't bless no mess. And that is mess. I'm going to say, sis, if you love your sister, it's a thing called abortion. And I would recommend you get an abortion. And that's okay. Don't think it's not bad.
Oh my God.
It's not bad. If the baby is just 7 days old, you're pregnant.
Baby, but
It's still a baby, but you know, I would say this. But if you keep that baby, be prepared for what come with that baby. And what that look like for you, where you lose your sister, lose your family, because let me tell you something. If my sister to my sister, I'm cutting that bitch off.
Yeah. But I think even if she doesn't have the baby and it comes out they slept together, that's still just as bad.
It would be a secret. No proof, no face, no case.
Oh
What
my
proof do
God.
you have? I would delete everything.
So you would forgive your sister if there was no baby?
I would not tell no soul. Do you understand? It will be me and God, biggest secret. I will pray on my soul for the aborting this baby. I will tell that dude, no more. Give me your phone. Get my phone. We delete everything.
And everything's just said and done.
Everything's said and done. We moving on.
Okay.
And you
That's what
allow
I'm saying.
And you allow your sister to stay married to this person?
I sure will. It will come from me. And if they divorce, it will not be because of me. I'm telling you.
It will be because
I'll tell you what I'm doing. Like, I will remove myself from the situation.
If there's no baby involved.
If there's no baby involved.
But if there's a baby involved, you're cutting off your sister.
No, I already know I'm SOL. Like,
What you mean if there's no baby? She's already pregnant.
Yeah, she's already.
Well, no. Well, I was just saying. So, are you saying that because there's a baby, you'll cut her off, or because he was like, "Oh, get an abortion," and then we'll act like it never happened?
if I don't care if the baby not. If my sister has confirmation that my other sister slept with her husband, we beating that bitch up.
What if she slept with your husband?
We beating that bitch up. But first beating his ass first. Let me put that out there. We beating that ass first.
Right.
We come at your ass too. Just like how Diamond did in Players Club. Beat that nigga ass. But like, all right, we go.
Right.
Bitch, what the fuck you know? Like,
Somebody's gonna be though.
that is so, like, I cannot imagine how but what I don't get about this though, when people send letters like this, and not even about this cheating, oh, I slept with my best friend, man, or some people sleep with their stepdaddy, they stepmama, it happens. It's people nasty. It's all nasty to me.
It is nasty.
But you come for
We're not
advice
getting no more letters.
after you did the stuff.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Where was your remorse? This is how I feel. Bitch, where was your remorse when you was about to do it? You weren't thinking about me then.
Can I say that I've done things that I wish that I wouldn't have done? And so
Is this your letter? It's like it's hitting home. You felt
this
offended.
is not my letter, but I'm just saying I've done things that I shouldn't have done. So I can't be like, where was the remorse when you slept with the person?
I can be like that. Where's the remorse? Don't be remorseful when I come and beat that ass and you cut off for the rest of your life because you wanted that little feeling, whatever that was. I don't know what it was. We talking about cheating. You want to feel my husband peace. It wasn't nobody else out there that you could feel. You want to taste what's mine, right?
Right.
I got kids by this man. Got a whole family. You don't know what you did. You ruined my niece, my children's family too.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So don't come to me,
And
bitch,
that
talking
definitely
about.
puts another layer
I'm
on
sorry. I'm a
we
Christian.
just
I will
added kids to
forgive
this letter.
you. Yeah, I'm adding stuff to it.
We just added
I will
kids.
forgive you because that what guys say do, but I don't gotta be around you.
Right. Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm being too nice. She wrong. He or she.
I am not saying anything about right or wrong. No, I'm not judging.
So you don't think? Well,
No, it's not about what I think.
It is an excess for
okay,
advice.
because you want to give help.
So I don't even know if
I want to
this will
hear.
help.
Hold on, let me talk to you
Okay.
out.
I don't even know if this will help, but at this point, tell the secret.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because only because like what goes in the dark comes to light, and
Yeah.
one day it will come out. Like
I agree. I feel like it's tough because the baby is involved, and this is my honest opinion. Like, I feel like the guy ain't shit, and the
She ain't
sister. I'm
shit.
not gonna say that because
he
she
wants
said
to
this
say
letter,
it.
She's probably
He
watching
wants
the
to
show.
say it.
You fucked up big time. I wouldn't do my siblings like that. And I feel like if there weren't a baby involved, then maybe y'all could have been like, what was done, we should have done it, and we should move on. I agree with
I
you.
agree with that. Don't
But
bring
since
it
there's
up.
a baby, the secret needs to be out because 9 out of 10, she's not gonna have an abortion. 9 out of 10 because you're sleeping with your sister's husband. So 9 out of 10, you're not gonna go
I'm
abort
gonna
the
beat
baby.
that baby out of you then. I'm just
But
saying, you know.
even if she
Like, you know.
so if she has the abortion, there's a psychological something that happens with abortion.
That's fine. Don't be psychological.
She's already psychological because you shouldn't fuck my man. Exactly.
Thank you, like,
You're already
no,
psychological.
I'm already psychological.
I'm saying like stuff happens when women have abortion, so
Right.
that's not something to take lightly. And then at the same time, like,
Yeah, I'm pro-life, so.
so if this
Our
baby,
woman's choice. Choose wisely.
if this baby grows up, it's probably gonna look like this man.
And it's
So-
your sister.
And look like the cousins if the sister has kids. with
Like
them, too.
that's just too much.
And then what's so funny if they have the same, if the sister has the same parents, the kids are really gonna be technically brothers and sisters too because they come from the same mom and dad and the same dad. They're sisters and brothers.
And cousins, right? And cousins. But even
So-
productions in on this, and cousins.
So
Right?
like, since you like, tell what you gonna say.
So for me, like again, I'm gonna say this: I don't encourage abortions. Like I understand the situation, but that's not just something that I would ever encourage anyone to do. However, I mean, it's really no way that I could say this and be like respectful because at the end of the day, the whole situation is very disgusting. Like. Period. Like the husband is disgusting. You're
is too.
disgusting.
We didn't talk about
like,
the man. Cut his dick
and
off.
you know,
Well, I don't know about cutting this dick off.
Cut his dick off. You will never use that dick again. If I'm beating my sister ass, you know you're gonna say the worst of you.
Right.
and my thing is this is probably not even the first
You gonna
time
be
y'all
dickless.
done it. Y'all probably done it more than once. Like
Yeah, I'm sure.
it's probably been done more than once.
Exactly.
So for me, it's just like I would say just be honest because at the end of the day, like if you do have any love for your sister, then you need to let her know what kind of man she is married to.
What kind of love do you have for your
I
sister?
think if you have any kind of love,
You
I'm
do not have. You broke that love when you slept with him and encouraged
you
the
still love
first
your
one.
sister.
I mean, she may
Hell
still love her.
no.
You're just a hoe. You
It's
love
probably
your
about to be out. Somebody probably got something leaked, and she already knows she SOL. Like, and let me tell you, I had a friend, and I'm not gonna lie, this is what it is. It's okay. I had a friend who slept with our friend's man. Okay, and I stopped talking to him because I was like, bitch, if you do it to him,
You do it to
You
me.
do
bitch, you do it to me.
Right.
So why? And he was like crying because that was my Facebook home. So now I'm like, well, damn, bitch, had you ever went behind slept with one of my men?
And that's how I would take it.
Now my one night standard, so I don't care. But somebody I really loved and was with. This is why moving forward, my friends don't have my man number.
There you go.
Why would they have it in the first place?
So I mean, some people do that.
Some people
That's
do
what
that.
it is.
Some people actually
You
do
better
that.
not. I don't care about you following him, but bitch, you better be a DM set about nothing.
I agree.
You don't be liking his fucking pictures.
But that's just
Do not comment.
like your friends need to be tactful and have good taste. That's just tactful and have
My
good
friend,
taste. Like
that's the standard.
We've met Tate's fiance, and I feel like we're like not great friends, but I feel like we're great acquaintances, like whatever. But I'm not gonna follow him on social media
Guess
per
what?
se, or like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like
But some
I
people
just
have
feel
that
like
etiquette. Your man can be cool as a fucking fan, but I'm your friend.
Right.
I'm not following him. I'm not
Exactly.
getting his number.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna like his pictures.
But look,
Thank
Four
you.
by four.
but it's
Right.
different. We're talking about in our friend group. This is someone like you.
But here she fucked her sister, man. That's horrible.
It's definitely horrible. And like I said, I don't really have
I was in
anything
a
positive to say.
situation
So
Oh my
tell
God.
the truth.
where I am telling the truth. Can I talk? This was like a while ago, back at home.
You
Like
got cuss you out.
So there was she was like a childhood friend. We grew up together. Like really like
He
one
fucked her
of
man.
kind of one of my best friends. I did not sleep with her man.
Oh.
We were all in church together, and she and this guy had like broken up. They were taking a break, whatever. And I didn't even know this guy was gay. Like I had no idea. Like
Wait, did you fuck him?
I did later, but not while
they
the
were
thing was
together?
going on. So to make a long story short, I just, kind of went with him expressing interest, left it at that. So he decides he wants to like go back to being straight, clean all the slates, get everything together. So he tells my used to be.
Wait, so I'm confused. So like break this down for people who's confused too.
Okay.
He's talking in circles.
Okay.
So
Or are you just misunderstanding?
so
But
for
go
anybody,
ahead.
it's
Go
fine.
ahead.
He's
But go
talking in
ahead.
circles,
He just wants to be messy.
No.
He's supposed to be.
'Cause I
I'm
don't
just
talk in
trying to
circles, but go ahead.
understand. I'm your best friend. This
Okay.
is my man. We break up. He get a little curious. He go to you. Y'all have sex.
We didn't have sex initially.
Y'all did sexual-
We just like,
But y'all had sex, right? Yes or no?
eventually.
Okay, yeah, you wrong, bitch.
I know that.
You try to be nice about it. You wrong.
Yeah, Frey, you wrong.
You
I know
wrong.
that. I know that.
Does she know?
No. Yeah, so that's what I was getting at before I was rudely interrupted. He decided, okay, I don't want to be gay because we were all like in church. So it was given like meeting up on game nights with different like teens from the church,
He said
whatever.
it on game night.
So he decided that he didn't want to be like gay anymore on that
I
path.
hate you.
So he tells her, like, oh, me and Devin, XYZ. So she calls me in the middle of the night, like, hey, Dev. And I'm like, hey, I'm asleep, but what's the tea? So-and-so just called me and said, I jumped up out the bed and I'm like,
Did you lie?
I was like, can we talk? Can I come over so we can talk?
Oh,
It's
now
like-
you want to talk. You get
She was like, I mean, I guess. And then so we went and talked, and
you
honestly,
stupid for
like
going,
our
but I would have gutted
relationship,
you, bitch.
I had to. I know, but I had to tell her. I owed her something.
When I had went
I
over
owed
there.
her something.
Are
I
y'all
owed
still
her
friends to
something.
this day?
Our parents have history. Our family has like deep history. So we'll speak if we see each other, but we're
the
not.
friend- Yeah, because
We're not friends, and I don't blame her at all. I don't blame her at all. But I would never be that person again. But again, I thought that y'all are done. Okay, you done with girls. Now you gay. So like that's not even a factor. Like that was my. But again, that we're talking.
That's breaking friend code.
Okay.
We just had this conversation last week.
I broke friend code, and I was also very, very.
So now we
young.
watching you. Well, I'm
You can
watching
watch
you.
me.
This
Oh
fine.
my God.
You can watch me all day.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. You know, God said forgive.
What is this girl gonna do?
Girl have an abortion. That's what my final answer.
Rodney answers abortion, Lord Jesus. Tell your sister.
Tell your sister, and then go ahead and move out of town.
Speaking from experience.
Especially if you plan on having a baby.
For someone speaking from experience.
Yeah,
No, no shade, no tea, but tea and shade.
Right.
All tea and all shade is
I
what
mean,
it sounded
if
like.
you're having a baby, then maybe that might be a good idea. You know,
Just get out of town.
Girl, move to Canada. I heard it's nice over there.
Wow.
What you feel, Fred?
I already said, tell the secret.
Okay, so let me ask you, you the therapist. I know we got a little time. We got a little time for this. So, well, you can't do therapy sessions like this, huh? Okay, so this
So-
do Tay. This what you do, Tay?
I know someone.
Devin, what you?
But that's why he said this isn't my advice, but for him, what he would recommend
For
for himself
you.
in a situation.
Okay, if you were the sister,
The
and
one who
that
slept
slept
with
with
the
somebody.
husband?
yeah,
Okay.
what would you do, and what would you be prepared for?
Oh, that's a good one.
I would tell the secret because if I'm pregnant, I'm probably going to see it through.
Same.
And
If I were pregnant, I would see it through.
Rodney would definitely.
If I were
obviously.
So I would see it through. I would tell the
That
secret
way.
because it just needs to be exposed. Like, this is what I did. This is who I did it with. And then I would let everybody else make whatever decision they need to make. I will accept all the consequences because of my actions, and so I'm probably like, Mom would probably be furious. Daddy would be furious. He'll probably be glad that you got a grandkid. I don't know. But there would be a huge disruption, and I caused it. And so I have to take responsibility for that. But yeah, that's where I am. I mean, it would be a hard pill to swallow at the jump, but
It wasn't too hard to swallow when she got pregnant.
well, if she had swallowed, she probably wouldn't have got pregnant.
That's it. Well, I just felt like at the end of the day, I'm gonna throw his ass under the bus because, bitch, you the one took vows to my sister. So, bitch, I'm gonna tell a secret. Like, I'm gonna let her know what kind of man she has.
Yeah,
like,
because
at the end
even
of the
if-
day.
Let her know how mad she is while you was fucking her, man. Y'all are making so much
because
sense. It's
if
so
he- even
beautiful.
if he wasn't
It's so beautiful
sleeping
here on
with the
Relationship Podcast.
he's gonna be sleeping with somebody.
Child.
Oh my
Well,
God.
sis, we love you here regardless. God is love.
And even though we have our
first of all-
opinions, we still love y'all and we still want y'all to send us letters. This is just honesty. That's
Yeah,
all.
we gonna be
like even if one of my
honest.
best friends came with the same letter, I would give them the same advice, pretty much that I just gave the lady that sent this.
Well,
And thank you for sharing
Okay.
your truth.
so before we close
And
it out-
again, that was in 2012.
And you the same person I said, redact. I said, Fred, what if they had sex way back in 2009? It still happened.
Oh, you did say that. You did say that last week.
Are we supposed to be wrapping up the show?
Devin,
before we wrap it up.
it still happened.
Before we wrap up, guys, we want to also acknowledge that they asked us to have our thighs out on
Oh,
tonight's
yes.
they did on the church
So the thighs are
segment.
I
out.
always do.
Let me show
On the
the
church
thigh.
segment.
I
Let me
always
show,
have-
look, lift it up. Thigh. Yeah, look, thigh.
Yeah, and I was
Boomerang
gonna do
action.
jeans this time because I always have my thighs out, but in honor of the thighs out, they're back out again.
They didn't want to see your thigh. They don't want to see their thighs. They said, we tired of seeing y'all thighs.
Yes, I love Taste Days.
They wanted the meaty thighs.
I know.
These are the workout thighs over here.
Deep.
Okay. You're in the gym.
But I also want to say, you guys, we are growing. It is only because of you all. We love seeing our numbers. YouTube is saying we're gonna be probably monetized by the end of this year because of you all. So thank you so much. We love you here, and to keep showing love for us. You don't have to be monetary. All you gotta do is subscribe,
That's it.
like, and watch more than 5 minutes.
Right. Comment. Let us know what to do more of, less of. What do you guys like to see? We really want to.
Yeah.
Again, one of the reasons we said open relationship because we want it to be an open conversation and relationship between us and all of our viewers. So give us feedback. Load up our DMs even more than they already are. Somebody sent me something to my DM and asked me, was it a red flag today? And I'm like, you can't talk to me and then try to use the show. Like,
Shout out for my rule is don't watch because if I said it, I meant it.
Right.
Exactly.
But also remember, if you fucking with Rodney, you better subscribe.
That
Right.
Get the fuck out.
There you go.
that's a deal breaker.
So thank you all for coming and joining the four of us as we swallow hard topics and spit difference of opinions.
Bye,
Next
guys.
time.
Until next time, y'all.